Got the first order Stormtrooper Sergeant with two vintage Stormtroopers. These are from my childhood, so you can see how things have come after all of these years. You've got far superior sculpting on this figure. These have got articulation at the shoulders and the hips. He's got additional articulation at the head as well. Apart from that, they've got the same articulation. I loved the Stormtrooper when I was a kid. It was such a cool figure, and these are still really popular figures. So so just to compare, from 1978 to 2015. Okay, so that's your Stormtrooper. There's his side profile. Always loved the helmet sculpt on this figure. It's got 01 there, Hong Kong 1977, and the back of this Stormtrooper as well. It's just been modelled up so that he's got the 01 there, but it's sculpted in the armour. He's got a little thermal detonator, so has he. And this one is also a Hong Kong. Limbs tend to go yellow on these figures, which is a shame, but what can you do? Okay, so that's your modern and original Stormtrooper from way back when. Okay, so you can pick these up pretty cheap on eBay and stuff like that. Most will have the issue of limb colour, and there's the new Clone Trooper Sergeant. Nice figure. Shame it lacks full articulation, but still a good sculpt. And the head looks cool. Great figure. So, can't complain, can't complain. Okay, so he swivels at the shoulder, neck. It's moving that way. And his legs do move. They're a bit stiff to begin with, but you can fit the rifle in this leg here. So that's a nifty feature. And there's the boots. This leg here is really stiff, but got lovely detail. Look at that on the pouches. Great paint detail. This is a really good figure. Great stuff from Jakks Pacific. And both hands rotate. Looks like 360, yep, 360. And the head rotates. There. Looks amazing. What such a great design. Niked up version of the Stormtrooper helmet. Okay, so there you go. Cheers. That's the Jakks Pacific Stormtrooper. You can get it as the Argos for $12.99 at the moment in the UK. So this gets my thumbs up as well. Okay, cheers, bye.
Okay, here's two modern figures, the Clone Wars. We've got Matchstick and Captain Rex. Both in the animated cartoon style. Nice detailing on the helmet. Comes with a rocket firing Gatling gun, I guess, and Captain Rex comes also with a rocket firing backpack and a nicely detailed helmet and armour. Picture of the helmet there, Captain Rex and Matchstick. And you've got that detailing on the helmet there as well. Let's see what it says on the back. It says Matchstick is a clone pilot in Shadow Squadron who goes on a fatal mission to destroy a separatist ship. He flies a Y-wing fighter bomber to attack the Malevolence, a huge vessel armed with a deadly iron cannon. His wiring is damaged while passing through a large nebula, a mishap that results in dire consequences for the trooper. And there's the figures that are available in that rave. And then let's see what it says about Captain Rex. Captain Rex accompanies Anakin Skywalker to the planet Tef to rescue Jabba's kidnapped son. Like all clone troopers, Captain Rex believes that the mission always comes first. When he and his fellow troopers are surrounded by battle droids, outnumbered and outgunned, he never wavers in his commitment to the mission, even if it means that this battle could be his last. And then you've got all the different figures that are available. You've got a little sticker there which is added on because these are sold in Europe. Okay, one more look at the matchstick. Got a completely shaved head, nice Clone Wars armor, Clone Trooper armor, pilot's helmet and breath pack attached, nice packaging. And then you've got Captain Rex with his armor and whitish hair, I guess, missile, and the pictures. So these are two modern figures that I've got. So I don't just collect vintage, I try and get some of the modern stuff. I've hardly got any of these figures. What I find in England is they're quite steep. These cost about 8-9 quid, which is a lot of money. That's about 15 of your US dollars, which is why I don't get many of these.
I've got First Order Stormtrooper by Hasbro, 12-inch figure. Got this on sale at Sainsbury's. I'm not going to open this because I'm going to give it as a Christmas present, so I can't open it, I'm afraid. It's a nice figure though, and you can see comes with the blaster there. Let's see if we can get a good shot of the blaster. At least the blaster's removable. On earlier figures the weapons weren't removable, but you've got a good look at the new helmet and the body, and there's the back of the box. First Order Stormtrooper, European box, and it says the Force Awakens Stormtrooper. Figure looks pretty cool, and you can see how the helmets have evolved. You've got the First Order, then you've got the original trilogy Stormtrooper by Hasbro, and he comes with a removable blaster as well. Not a great figure because he lacks paint detail. And then you've got the original Generation 1 Clone Trooper, which overall is probably a better figure than this Stormtrooper there. Even though his gun's glued in hand, the figure's just got a better body pose. Okay, so there's these two figures and then the new First Order. Okay, I've got the Kylo Ren in this range. I mean, I'll probably, if these drop in, say March in price, I'm going to pick another one up for myself, just because I've got these two, so I can have the third one on display. So, I'm sure he's got a swivel head, shoulders and hips and wrists. Doesn't look like a bad figure though. You can see some detailing on his forearm there, the mid section. You can compare it with the original Stormtrooper. So this design's really growing on me. I mean, I always thought this would be my favourite design, but this new design looks pretty cool. I think once it gets into your mind and you get used to this
Left behind, no one will be. Hurry we must. I got a bad feeling about this. Trigger the explosives. I'd be proud to fight beside you anytime, anywhere.
Rex, do you copy? This is Skywalker, over.
Destroy the Sith. We must. Left behind, no one will be. Hurry we must.
It's an ambush!
I got a bad feeling about this.
The name's Rex. You'll call me Captain or Sir. Explosives are in place, sir. Hands above your head. I'll read you, General. Look sharp, rookies. The mission always comes first, sir.
You're exactly the kind of men I need in the 501st fight for more than the Republic. Today we fight for all our brothers back home. Trigger the explosives! I'd be proud to fight beside you anytime, anywhere.
It's an ambush!
The name's Rex.
You'll call me Captain or Sir. Explosives are in place, sir.
So I've got the Snowtrooper officer with two other Black Series figures. I've got the First Order Stormtrooper. He was £22 in the UK. It's quite expensive, but he's a great figure. Got him in the same Toys R Us, Collier's Wood. And then there's the First Order Snowtrooper. He's a Toys R Us exclusive. So you've got two figures from the new movie, and then you've got the Sand Trooper with the black pauldron. Got him at Toys R Us in Whiteley's. He was £15. So that may seem cheap, but in the USA that would still be about $23. So it's still really expensive. But for us it's kind of cheap. Okay, so that's the Sand Trooper with his pauldron there. The new First Officer Snowtrooper, and then the First Order Stormtrooper. Looks wicked. Looks pretty cool. I'm not sure which one. I think I like the Stormtrooper better than the Snowtrooper officer. Both are cool figures though. You can see differences in the blaster. His has got an extended stock, whereas his is just shorter. But both are very similar looking weapons, and he comes with an extra pistol, and he comes with the backpack. Okay, so these are the new Black Series figures, and then you've got the Stormtrooper as well, just for comparison. Okay, all three are Black Series, and they all look pretty cool. Okay, so there you go. I mean, my main gripe is the cost. It's £23, £22 and 15 quid, whereas in America you're getting them for way cheaper, but it's the same thing. I mean, I can't understand. They're just milking us in this country. Okay, so there you go. Cheers, bye.
Okay, here we've got a OTC Stormtrooper from 2004, and this is quite a hard figure to find out of that range. So there's a post OTC version as well, but this is the first version that they came out 2004. It's graded 80 overall, and it looks pretty cool with the backdrop of the Death Star there. Comes armed with a long rifle there, and I don't know which Stormtrooper version this is, if it's been re-released before, or released earlier I should say. And the articulation looks pretty good on this figure. I guess it could be the Context Stormtrooper, or maybe slightly later than that, but it looks pretty good. What comes with a long rifle, as I've already said. Knees look like they bend. Their arms look, I'm not sure if they bend. Elbows, I mean. But it's a great figure. Looks great on the card, and it's graded, as I've said. The exacting grades are card 80, bubble 85, figure 85, and there you are. Let's see if I can get a better look of it. Okay, Stormtrooper. Star Wars card has the Imperial logo there, and on the back you can see the typical OTC card back with a picture there. The usual, where it says here, Stormtroopers are the army of the evil empire. Well, I'm not going to read the rest because we know all about Stormtroopers. And you've got the other figures there. I've shown you the Boba Fett, and that's the back. This is OTC number 16, the Stormtrooper. And let's look at one more look at the front. So there you are, OTC 2004 Stormtrooper. Okay, here we've got the VOTC 2004 Stormtrooper on a Return of the Jedi card. It's in a star case and it looks really good. Let's see if we can pick up the details. Sorry about the lighting, but it's a bit dark, even though it's only about almost 4 o'clock now. So there you can see the Stormtrooper, excellent figure. Lots of detailing there. Notice a little black speck on the chest, no big deal. And a classic image from the original vintage card, Stormtrooper there, Return of the Jedi. And then if I turn it around, you can see the original image there of the 1983-84 Return of the Jedi Stormtrooper. And then the other figures in the series. So I've got that one. I've got that one graded, and I've just got that one as well. I haven't got the Chewbacca yet. And there you are, Star Wars OTC or VOTC as we call them these days. And there it is, the Stormtrooper, excellent figure. Highly recommend this one. Bit pricey, but if you are careful, you can find them for around. I got this one for about £7 maximum. So there you are, Stormtrooper VOTC, excellent figure. Looks wicked on the card, especially in the star case as well. Okay, here we've got a VOTC 2000. This was actually later, wasn't it? Saga Collection Biker Scout from about 2006, 2007, and it's an excellent figure. So this Biker Scout has been re-released many times and is very popular amongst modern action figure collectors, as the Biker Scout is a very popular character, and it has the George Lucas offer there for 2006, so it's 2006, the Ultimate Galactic Hunt. And as you can see, the Biker Scout is a superb figure, very perfect, not really could be really improved much more. Probably maybe if it had ball jointed hips, just so it could sit astride the Scout speeder bike better. But apart from that, there's not really much in the way of improving this. It's on a retro style Return of the Jedi card, and so this just looks amazing. It's surprising this hasn't been redone for the 2010-2011 collection. And there you have the original 1983-84 Biker Scout on a Jedi card, Kenner US, which I have on my channel. I have a Palatoy version, a US version, which is the short mask version, and a tri-logo version. And I've probably got other versions stashed away as well. I've got a Power of the Jedi version as well. Okay, it says the usual Celebrate, and then it has a European sticker there that covers everything. And there, let's have one more look at that figure. Superb figure. And there you go. It's the Biker Scout from 2006 on the Saga Collection card. Looks amazing. Highly recommend this. Prices seem to be dropping on these figures of late. So maybe now's the time to track them down. Okay, let's look at something. Okay, this is the 30th anniversary collection Stormtrooper, Imperial Stormtrooper, excellent figure. I can't really tell which Stormtrooper this is, if it's a re-release or it was specially created for this 30th anniversary collection. Comes with a coin. So there you can just make out the Stormtrooper there, and it's a nice figure. Comes with a little blaster and nice image on the card there, Imperial Stormtrooper. And on the back it has the Stormtrooper posed, plus a picture of Stormtroopers from A New Hope attacking the Tantive 4, breaking into it. And you've got other figures in the range, including the McCrory Boba Fett, and it says Species Cloned Humans. So Stormtrooper on 30th anniversary card, excellent figure. There you go. Okay, here we've got the Kashyyyk Trooper on a sort of 30th anniversary card. Doesn't have a coin, it comes with a stand instead, and it's an excellent figure. It's like a biker scout, but it's got camouflaged armour from episode 3. Looks amazing. Comes with a long rifle, clone trooper rifle. Has sort of a green visor, all green highlights on the lens of his, where he sees out of. Nice camouflage and looks amazing. Don't know if you can really see it because the light's a bit poor. It says on the card, Revenge of the Sith on the stand, and is an excellent figure. So there you are, nice picture on the card. And let's look at the back. You've got the picture of the Kashyyyk Trooper plus him there. It looks like the visor comes up as well, and you've got other figures on the in the range, plus a few that weren't released then, and then there's a little European sticker there and the usual jibber jabber there. Okay, so this is the Kashyyyk Trooper, excellent figure. So let's see if we can really pick it up. Revenge of the Sith. Okay, nice detailing, excellent. So great figure, like a biker, camouflage biker scout really. I'm sure biker scouts are evolved from these, or that's a bit obvious, isn't it? So there you go. So Kashyyyk Trooper, easy to find on eBay, £3 or £4 at the most. You're going to pay for that. Kashyyyk Trooper. So there you go, excellent figure. So if you're into army building and stuff like that, this would be one figure you'd want to build a squad up of. So there you are, Kashyyyk Trooper.
I've taken the clone pilot out of the packaging, and you can see it's really well articulated. You can move quite well. Joints are a bit stiff. Comes with this blaster there, but it's fully articulated. It's got a movable helmet. Helmet has nice detailing on it. There's his face. Head looks a bit small, but still does the job. And he's got great torso articulation, can move really quite well. Grips the blaster. It's a bit of a tight fit, but once it's in, it's in. It's got good leg articulation, ankle articulation, and you know, head's on a ball joint as well. Yeah, nice figure. Put his helmet back on if I can. Helmet on. Looks pretty cool. Nice little figure. There's the back of the helmet. So that's your Clone Pilot 08 from 2013. Nice figure. Yep. Like the helmet design. The legs are really stiff at the knees, but you've got good range of motion there. Look at that. Legs can come in, legs can go out. Look at that. Shoulders are restricted by the armour, but that's your Clone Pilot. Nice figure. Alright, cheers, bye.
Okay, here we got the 2005 post-OTC Sand Trooper, Tatooine Search. Out of all this range of figures, this is one of the hardest to find, if not the hardest to find. So this one is tricky to find. It says Sand Trooper there in a sort of retro style, stuck on the bubble. And then you've got the figure here, which I believe is a repaint of the 2001 Power of the Jedi Stormtrooper. So it'll have the same articulation as that. Comes with a, is it an E11 blaster plus the binoculars and the Stormtrooper gear and a backpack. Figure's nicely weathered, so it's quite well detailed, and you've got a picture there of the Stormtrooper, Tatooine Search, and in the background you can see a Stormtrooper riding the dewback on a blue desert horizon. Looks really cool like that. So you can see why this one's quite popular, this figure, because the backdrop looks amazing. So it's a Stormtrooper. Obviously since then the Stormtrooper's been really improved. And then we've got the back of the card. So we've got here, it says Stormtrooper, and it's got a picture of the Stormtrooper plus the actual figure there, and other figures in the range. And it says Imperial Stormtroopers are specially trained, equipped to withstand harsh desert environments. Like all Stormtroopers are completely loyal to the Emperor and do his bidding without question. Stormtroopers go to the desert planet Tatooine in their search for the escaped droids R2-D2 and C-3PO. Okay, so there you are, Stormtrooper there. This one's got an orange pauldron, this one here, the actual figure has a black or grey pauldron. Okay, sorry about the lighting, but it's autumn here and it's a bit grey and miserable. Okay, so there you are, Stormtrooper. Looks amazing. Post OTC collection 2005. This is a hard figure to find carded. You might be able to prices £20 maybe, if you're lucky. So there you are, post OTC 2005 Hasbro Stormtrooper Tatooine Search. So there you are, wicked figure, nicely weathered and well equipped. There you are.
Okay, here's the first order right control Stormtrooper with a new 3.75 action figure first order Stormtrooper, just to compare the two. So you got the size differences there, and then I mean they're both good figures, but this 6-inch Black Series figure is just way better, just in terms of the movement the figure has, whereas he's only got articulation at the shoulders, hips and the head, which is on a ball joint. This one can just move all over the place and just looks so much better. Just the detail, but who don't like Stormtroopers? You know, this figure looks amazing. There's an issue about the feet on this figure being a bit bent, all the toes being a bit upturned. This one doesn't look too bad, but you know, what a great looking figure though. Lovely figure. Okay, so you've got your right control and normal Stormtrooper, different scales though. Yeah. And I've got the Jack Specific 18-inch Stormtrooper as well. Okay, here we've got a tri-logo Stormtrooper from 1983-84, and this is quite a highly desired tri-logo because the picture's different. It only has one Stormtrooper. The other cards show two Stormtroopers in the photograph, and sometimes the Stormtrooper figure's a bit different. It's a more, also known as a hard torso Stormtrooper. So you can see the figure really nice, very slender and highly defined sculpting. So that's your tri-logo Stormtrooper with the single image of a Stormtrooper on a 3-logo tri-logo card. Really nice. It says Stormtrooper Garde Imperiale in French, and the back of the card shows the typical tri-logo card back with all the different European addresses. And here's a good look at the tri-logo Stormtrooper. Some of the bubbles are bigger than this one. This is got what I think is a French Meccano style bubble. Slightly yellowed, got a yellow tinge to it. Okay, so that's your tri-logo Stormtrooper from 1983-84. Sold in Europe and USA. Very nice figure, highly desired. 3 logos. Okay, cheers, bye.
Okay, here we've got the Clone Trooper. It's from Movie Heroes. It's in the European packaging, and this is the first Movie Heroes figure I've got. Only got it because it was about £5 at the Entertainer in London. And this one comes with a sort of flying backpack with extendable wings. There's the wings, and I think it uses an earlier body with a new head sculpt. It's sort of phase 2 Clone Trooper. Comes with a really crummy, lousy rifle, which looks like the sort of rifle you'd get with in the Saga collection in the weapons packs. Comes with 2 missiles that go in the backpack. One there and one there. And so it's only worth getting if you really into Clone Troopers. I've seen a review of this and it just gets totally slagged off because it's such a sort of lousy figure, especially in terms of the arm articulation, which only swivels at the elbow. And the reviewer who has had that figure, the arm kept popping out, which is at the elbow, which was a real pain in the backside. The helmet sculpt's good though. Looks like he's got swivel hips, swivel knees and ankles. Comes with a clone card from that game, plus a black dice. Nice picture there of the Clone Trooper. And well, you know, you've got to get at least one type of card from every figure Hasbro releases, so it's quite nice. It's the only one they had there, so I thought I'd get this one. I think they had a few of the Darth Mauls as well. I might have been better to get the Darth Maul, but you can see it's not too bad. The figure's okay. I mean, it would have been better if they packed it with a more authentic rifle. This one just looks cheap and rather simplified. The backpack's cool though. You press that button there and the rings open up, and the missiles are just, you flick them. And it's got the European writing there, 4 languages there, a few languages there, a few languages there. Movie Heroes. I'll show you the back of the card. There's the back of the card. Shows you the Clone Trooper there. Picture of the Clone Troopers from Revenge of the Sith, though we never see this backpack, which is just a new thing. So it's Movie Heroes 11, collect them all. Has a unique game card from the Galactic Battle game, plus the warning signs in about 15 languages and other figures in the range. You've got the Darth Maul, the Qui-Gon Jinn, Super Battle Droid and the Yoda. The best figures in this range are the ones with the light up sabers. They look really cool, especially the Darth Vader. I wouldn't mind getting him. And there's the front of the card again, so that's Clone Trooper. If you go to the Entertainer, they're selling these off at the moment for £5 each. So you might want to pick up a couple of these. But there's a few other bargains to be had if you look around, especially at Sainsbury's in the UK. So there you are, Clone Trooper, Movie Heroes with the rocket backpack. Quite a nice figure with the logo there. And my first Movie Heroes figure. Okay, cheers. Okay, here we've got the 2007 Hasbro Star Wars 30th Anniversary Airborne Trooper, and it's AFA graded. It's a U85, card gets 85, bubble 85, figure 90, and this is an excellent figure. It's one of the first of the TAC series 30th Anniversary collection. Comes with a coin, 3 accessories, a bag that he can slip his pistol into, a Clone Trooper rifle, I don't know what it's called, and the actual figure itself. The figure, it looks awesome. It's got a really unique helmet, and the weathering on the armor is top notch. There's 3 versions of this figure, maybe 4, and like a purple, a blue, and this yellow orangey one. Looks wicked. Everyone who's into Clone Troopers is going to want to get this. Articulation's got ankles, knees, swivel hips, twistable waist I assume, elbows, wrists, ball jointed shoulders. Helmet is removable. This figure is awesome, looks great on the card. Picture behind the card looks good, this of the Clone Trooper in combat action. And you see him in Revenge of the Sith, where he attends a fallen comrade when they invade, what do you call it? It's not Utapau, is it? No, it's not Utapau, I don't think it is. Maybe it is Utapau, I'm not too sure. But you'll see him because he's got such a distinctive helmet. The helmet looks amazing. Let's see if you can see it. Figure looks wicked. Try not to get too much glare. It's actually sunny for once, but there's clouds out, so it's getting it. But this, as you can see, it's an amazing figure. There's the coin, and there's the accessories. There's the bag. You can see the weathering on the legs. The black splatterings of dirt look amazing. Yeah, this is a cool figure. Airborne Trooper. And you could get this on the Galactic Hunt card as well with the gold coin, but this is just the regular version. But it's nice, I mean it's uncirculated, which is quite easy for modern stuff to be uncirculated. Looks wicked. And then let's look at the back of the card. There's the picture of the Airborne Trooper helping a fallen comrade. It's on at Utapau, so I was right. It says, Squad, 2nd Airborne Company, part of Commander Cody's 212th Attack Battalion. The Clone Troopers descend upon the droid armies and decimate them with Obi-Wan dispatches Grievous, ending the Clone Wars. Okay, so there's the figure. You can see it in all its glory. Picture from the film. There's the Clone Airborne Trooper. And other troop figures in the range, like the Galactic Marine. I've got him. I've got the Mustafa Lava Miner, the McCory Stormtrooper concept. And then this one's number 7 in the line. And there's looking at the figure again. Looks wicked. Okay, so Airborne Trooper. Darth Phoenix does a excellent review of this figure, so if you want a really good review of the figure loose, check his review, because he's got this figure plus 2 other variants. So I can't think of anyone else who does a good review of this, but Darth Phoenix is the guy to check out. Great channel as well. Okay, so 2007 Hasbro Star Wars 30th Anniversary Airborne Trooper. Easy to find, so if you're into Clone Troopers, then you'd probably want to get this one. Okay, I'll take some photographs as I usually do and put that on a separate video, or maybe I'll attach it, you never know. And hopefully this has come out, otherwise I've been wasting my time for 10 minutes rabbiting on. But this is a really good figure. Let's see if you can see the helmet again without it going out of focus. Great figure, Airborne Trooper, 2007. Cool figure. Great card as well. Not my favourite card back, but it's one of the top best out of the whole of the modern range, so there you go. And the coins harken back to 1985 with the Power of the Force. Okay, so if you want to get one of these figures, just go on eBay, you'll find them not too expensive. Alright, cheers, bye.
So you can see the difference between the two figures. This one is your regular First Order Stormtrooper, just with the added pauldron there. And there's his blaster. Looks pretty cool. And then you've got the Elite Speeder Bike Pilot, which is just a basic Stormtrooper with a wider stance and bendable knees. Pretty similar. Both have heads and ball joints. There's the helmet in black, looks pretty lethal, and then in white. Just like it in white, man, looks so much better. But both are cool figures, and people will want to army build these figures, I'm sure, even though they have limited articulation. Okay, so that's your First Order Sergeant and Elite Speeder Bike. Two nice figures.
Okay, here we've got some clone commanders, about 5 of them. Three of them I picked up on Tuesday, which is New Year's Day. And here we've got Clone Commander Jet, very nice figure. Clone Commander Wolf, Clone Commander Cody, I've reviewed him before. Clone Commander Fox, and Clone Commander Rex in his Phase 2 armor. So you've got 5 cool commanders here, and they look great. You've got, let's show you this figure. He looks really good. It's Clone Commander Jet, really nice brownish tinge to his costume, really like that. Has a removable headset with antenna, so you can stick that up, looks really good. You've got Rolf here, looks really good. Great figure there. Cody, I've done a review of him before, great figure. Clone Commander Fox, another nice looking figure. And Rex in his Phase 2 armor. With the Rex, the Fox and the Wolf, we've got limited articulation below the hips, so those 3 don't have knee or ankle articulation, which is a bummer. But the other 2 figures I think do have good articulation. I'm not sure about the Cody though. I'm sure he does though. They look great, come with lots of accessories, mainly giant missile launchers, and you know, look pretty decent. So let's see, we'll start with Jet. There's a good look at the figure. Got him at the Entertainer just before Christmas for £6.75. Really nice figure. Cool. Looks the biz. Great figure. Still available in Europe. This is the European packaging as well. It's got all the languages in European. Has a more brief description of the figure. You can see the figure there. So that's your Jet. Then we've got Wolf here. Great figure. Looks banging in the grey outfit. Cool figure. There he is. Commander Wolf. I know Sith Lord 229 doesn't like this figure too much. Says the face painting's a bit sloppy, but you know, it's quite intricate detailing on that helmet. Looks good though. And there's the back of the card. See, he's got a huge missile launcher, and there's a picture of him there. Cool figure there. Then we got Clone Commander Cody in his Phase 2 armor. Great figure. Looks the biz. Comes with all that gear, and you know, can't go wrong with this figure. There's the back of the card. Comes with a jetpack. Looks wicked. Then we've got Clone Commander Fox. His helmet is very red with a sort of a cross between a biker scout and a stormtrooper helmet. Very red outfit. Comes with a missile launcher as well, and you know, great looking figure. Here's the back of the card. It says Clone Commander Fox is the leader of the Coruscant Guard. Okay, so that's Clone Commander Fox on the European packaging. And then we've got Clone Commander Rex. He's in his Phase 2 armor. Love the helmet. Does look a bit big, but it's still a cool figure. And, you know, can't complain. That's Clone Commander Rex, and there's the back of the card. It says Captain Rex. Captain Rex is Anakin Skywalker's second in command. Okay, so I've got the Rex, the Fox, and the Wolf at Sainsbury's on New Year's Day. They're £6.74 each, so they've got about 25% off. And then I already had the Commander Cody, and here's the Commander Jet. So here's some cool commanders. Wolf. There you are. Look, banging. Okay, so you've got your commanders there. Excellent. So if you're into Clone Commanders and you live in the UK, you might check Sainsbury's and see if you can pick up some bargains. That's if they've got them. They had about 2 of those ones. One of him, I think, and I'm not sure. I think they might have had just one of him as well. Okay. So they've got a lot of Clone Commanders, not much on the vintage. I might go out today if I've got time to and check out what I can find in a bigger Sainsbury's. I went to another one yesterday. They didn't have nothing. They didn't have the special offer either. So it all depends which store you go to. Okay, so there you are. There's Rex, there's Fox, and there's Wolf. And there's Cody and Jet. Really nice figure Jet is. So that's your 5 Clone Commanders. Hope you enjoyed this review.
Okay, here's Captain Phasma out of the box. It's quite a heavy figure, and the cape's made of rubber. Back of the helmet, and it comes with the base to stand the figure on, which I think is needed. Holds the blaster okay, not too loose, and yeah, it looks pretty cool. Looks good. This character, I'm sure, is going to be pretty popular in the new movie. And you can open the legs that wide, the knees bend, and the feet, which are plastic, move up and down, but not much. And the blaster can be pushed up like that. Blaster looks pretty cool. Look at that detail on that. The body, the torso is metal. Legs are, arms are, hands are plastic, and the helmet can move up and down, rotate left and right. It's a great figure. Yep, this one looks amazing.
Okay, here we've got the Palatoy Stormtrooper I've reviewed quite recently, which is quite a defective figure because it's got lots of scars in its face and around the groin. So I called it the groin scarred Stormtrooper, and that's on a Palatoy card. That's that one there. I bought that just carded, ungraded, pretty cheap. So that's a typical Palatoy card. Doesn't have the logo there. Has the tri-logo oversized bubble. If you notice the name Stormtrooper is in black writing on the US card here, which is the one I want to show you, it has the name in white, and this is a graded Stormtrooper, pretty cheap. It's cheap because it's on a 77 back, and that's why it's cheap, because Return of the Jedi 77 backs are the most common Star Wars vintage cards you can get, nothing more common than that. So if you're after figures that aren't going to break the bank, go for your 77 backs on the US cards. This is an 80 grade overall, really nice item. The card is 80, bubbles 85, figures 85. So the Stormtroopers are virtually identical, except in that Palatoy one's got so many defects, and that's the one I call the groin scarred Stormtrooper. Okay, the arms and legs of the Stormtrooper are slightly tinged compared to the body. which happens with this figure. Figure's fine otherwise. 85. Bubble, I'm not sure if it's got a slight yellow tinge to it now. It looks fairly clear to me, but still, you know, it's a Kenner bubble. So what you're going to expect? Kenner and Power of the Force, Return of the Jedi cards, and Power of the Force just prone to yellowing so badly. Whereas the Palatoy, because it's got an oversized tri-logo bubbles, that's going to stay clear, like that Snowtrooper I just showed you on the YPS Snowtrooper. That bubble will stay clear because it's different type of plastic. Okay, here's the 77 back, showing you this back so many times. So if you want to ever get a vintage graded item and you want it cheap, go for the 77 back. This is the cheapest way to get a nice graded figure. And you know, that R2-D2 sensor scope, that was a 77 back, but the grades on that, all 85s, you know, I just went for it. It's a cheaper option, but you know, who cares? It's still from the 1980s. So this is your US card. And you notice the Stormtrooper name, as I've just said before, is in white lettering, whereas on the Palatoy card it's in black lettering. Palatoy card has no logo there, whereas this one has the Kenner logo. Here's the Palatoy back, which is a 65 back with the Chewbacca offer, and this is the 77 back with no offer. So this card will come out a bit later, but you can, that's the difference. Both in English, you know. So you know, Palatoy and Kenner. The Palatoy cards are quite, you know, certain Palatoy cards are quite easy to pick up. Certain Palatoy cards are more common than US cards, especially the Snowtrooper on Return of the Jedi card. So if you want to get a Snowtrooper, go for the Palatoy card. That's the cheapest way of getting that. So, you know, certain figures on Jedi Palatoy cards are very common. The Klaatu, the Snowtrooper, what else? I'm trying to think. Well, you just check on eBay and see what, if it's not a Kenner card, it's going to be a Palatoy. So here's your two Stormtroopers, very nice. This is what I deemed the groin-scarred Stormtrooper, and this is just a regular US Hong Kong-made Stormtrooper on a 77 back A card. Really nice. Bought in America. It was from somewhere called Kiddie Land for 99 cents, so it must have been on sale. So there's a price sticker in the top corner there. But you know, this looks really nice. Stormtrooper is a classic figure, one of the first 12. So, you know, one of my favourites. I loved this one when I was a kid. So, you know, nice item. Okay, so there's your Stormtrooper on a US 77 back. Really nice item. And on a nice 80 card with 285 subgrades. So that's really cool. And then the Palatoy with all the defects on it. So if you check my earlier review of that figure, I sort of, you know, call it the groin scar because there's a big scar on the groin just underneath that lump there. Don't know if the camera can pick it out, but on my other review of this figure it definitely picked it out. It's sealed in the box now, I'm not going to take it out again. So there's your Palatoy card and your US card. I've got a US 60 Han Solo and a Palatoy Han Solo reviewed from years ago, and they've got similar differences, the sort of lettering differences and no logo and all that sort of stuff, so that's worth checking up. Okay, but it's up to you which card you prefer. I mean, I probably prefer the Palatoy card if the Palatoy card was in better condition, you know, and the bubble wasn't so dented, you know. But, and that's the card I sort of sliced when I opened it as well at the back, or scored it, so I'm a bit peed off about that. But that's probably why I went after this one, because I really damaged that Stormtrooper. Okay, so you've got your Return of the Jedi US card and your Palatoy UK card, both from the 83-84, both very nice, both, you know, one of the original 12s. So I've shown you today the two Stormtroopers, the Sand Person and the R2-D2. all three of those figures are from the original 1978 release, so they're the original figures, plus the YPS Snowtrooper, very rare. And if my camera doesn't run out, I'm going to show you a loose figure now. Okay, so hold on, let's hope my camera doesn't run out.
Okay, here's the clone Sergeant out of the box in the clear plastic packaging. You can see it's a great figure, and it comes with the two weapons. The bigger rifle has paint deco on it around the targeting sight, I guess, and he looks pretty cool. Yep, looks nice. Some weathering to the knee pads, double jointed elbows, shoulders, neck, torso, hips, double jointed knees and rocker joint ankles. So it looks like a really good figure, and for 12 quid you can't go wrong. The 3 3/4 inch new episode 7 figures are being selling for £10 each, which is kind of a high price. So this is a bargain compared to those. Great figure. Nice detailing on the back of the legs. You can see a little bit of grey there. Okay, so let's get it out of the box and have an even better look at it. Cheers. Okay, here we've got the number 24 Black Series Commander Snowtrooper, and he's on a Canadian card, and it's quite a nice figure. Comes with two guns. It comes like with a sort of Han Solo style blaster and an Imperial blaster. And it looks like that blaster's got the folding stock, so that's really nice. That came with the Sand Trooper a couple of years ago on the vintage collection. Really nice figure. And here's the back of the card. It says Snowtrooper number 24, Imperial Snowtrooper Commander unleashed the full force of the weapons and troopers on the Rebel Alliance base on the ice planet Hoth. Okay, and there's a nice picture on the back of the card, and some writing there and all that sort of stuff. And there's a better look at the figure. So he just looks like a normal Snowtrooper. Maybe he's got that, see that little blue and red insignia there, maybe that designates him as an officer. And he's got a little pouch for his pistol to go in, and there's the guns. It's a really nice figure. I got this yesterday at Toys R Us in the UK because they got a special deal. These are reduced now to £7.50, and if you buy two you get one half price. So I got this one plus the Yoda. And I've also got this is my original from 1980. It's my vintage Kenner Snowtrooper, just for comparison, so you can see how far sculpting's come in how many years, 35 years almost. So he has swivel shoulder, swivel hips, and the head doesn't turn. I've lost the I actually remember buying this one. We went to Hamleys, my cousins were down, and this is the one I chose in around 1980. So amazing I can remember that. So that's the original Kenner Snowtrooper.
Okay, so I've shown you the Yak Face tri-logo, which was mega expensive. The TIE Bomber, which is one of the holy grails of Star Wars collecting. And now here's a Stormtrooper on what ostensibly looks like it's a Kenner card, but it's not. It's a Top Toys card. So Top Toys was in 1983 they made they were in Argentina, they made some Star Wars figures. So if you notice at the top it has Spanish writing up there. It says El Regreso del Jedi, whatever, and that's Spanish. And then it's the Stormtrooper there. It's not made in Hong Kong, it was made in Argentina. It's they used the figure molds, and this figure is a totally inferior product. It's a South American figure, so it's similar to the Brazilian glass light figures, which were made later. They were made in about 89, 88, 89, and it was the Brazilians that made the most famous, or probably the most expensive figure, which is Vlix, which was from the Droids line. So it says this one's the Stormtrooper. Out of all the Top Toys figures, this one's the most common. This is the second one I've got. I bought one back in the maybe 94, 93. That card wasn't as good as this one. It had a sort of stickiness to it, and the figure's leg was a lot more browner. The browning of these Stormtrooper legs on the Argentine cards is very common. The gun is not like the Kenner gun. It's an inferior quality gun. It's not as detailed. I'll give you a close-up of that in a minute. So if you look at the top of the card, it says Top Toys just in both corners, and then it has the Return of the Jedi logo in Spanish, then Stormtrooper name. So that's pretty much similar, very similar to a US Kenner card, and then it even has the Kenner logo there. So, and it says made by Top Toys, General Mills Incorporated Limited. This one's graded AFA. So the card gets a 85, the bubble gets a 85, and the figure gets an 80. And let's see if I can get a close-up of the gun to show you how different it is to the regular Kenner versions. The figure is totally different. They say it's smaller, and often it has a brown leg, and they don't have peg holes either. So as you can see, this one doesn't have peg holes. So, and this is the most common of the Argentine figures. So you might be able to track this down. You should be able to track it down. So I know Brian's Toys had quite a lot of these a couple of years ago. This one's an 85. It's near mint, so this is quite a high grade. And then the back of this is probably what's most interesting about the Argentine cards. It's a mixture of styles. It's got the picture from the 12 back cards there, so it's got the 12 figures there, and then at the bottom it's got the Jedi figures that you can get on it. So you could get Logray, Luke Skywalker, Jedi, Chief Chirper, Yoda, and Lando in the skiff outfit. So it's got all the names here, and then a little description in Spanish, and then it's got the vintage, or the other figures that you could get, and descriptions of what you can get with them. So it's got, so according to this, you could get C-3PO, which I've never seen, Han Solo, never seen, Chewbacca, I'm not sure, I don't think I've seen that, R2-D2, or they call it R2-E2, Princess Leia, never seen, Stormtrooper, well I've got two of them, I have seen others, Darth Vader, I've got one, loose, I mean carded but not graded, that's in a better condition than the first Stormtrooper I bought. You should also get Ben Kenobi, Boba Fett as well, so never seen those. If you go on to Star Wars Collector's Archive and try and find pictures of these, you won't be able to find pictures of many of these figures. So apart from the Stormtrooper, these are mega rare figures. The Vader, you might come across that as well. Then you've got the El Osito Ewok, so that one would be Chief Chirper. I think I've seen that once, and I had the chance to buy it, I didn't, so, and we're talking about the mid-90s. I turned my nose up against, I saw a Jawa on Tri-Logo, I didn't know it was what it's worth now, so it was probably only about 20 quid, and I just turned my nose up at it, because in those days Tri-Logos just didn't seem that hot. I mean, in those days I'd rather get a Jedi card, or a Kenner card, or a Palatoy card. If I only knew with hindsight how much the Jawa on the tri-logo is worth, but I just turn my nose up at it. Then you've got Luke, Jedi, you've got Yoda, even though he's an Empire Strikes Back figure, Logray, and Lando Calrissian. So if you want to find out more about these, go onto the Star Wars Collectors Archive, go to the foreign toys. They've got a brilliant section. They've got loads of stuff about the French stuff, the German stuff, the British Palatoy, Italian Harbour, and it's really worth checking out, and a little bit about these figures as well. So you'll find a picture of the Stormtrooper, you'll find a picture of Darth Vader and probably the Ewoks, but any of the other characters you won't find any pictures. So apart from the Stormtrooper, these are pretty rare. The card back, it's got the double line just like the 12 backs. So this is a sort of mixture of styles. It's got the Return of the Jedi type front, and then a sort of mixture of Jedi and the old Star Wars 12 back. So it's got the double lines, it's got the painting there, plus the figures there. So this is quite a nice thing to get in this condition, and it's a nice foreign card. I like foreign stuff, so I'm not gonna, and I think I paid quite a good price for it. So there you are, and then you can see the AFA hologram label, and it says 1983 Topps Toys Star Wars Return of the Jedi. There's also Toll Toys, that's the Australian distributor, and those are mega rare. I've never seen any of that on eBay or at collector marts in the UK. So the Australian stuff, apart from the Power of the Force, Gamorrean Guard and the AT-AT Driver and maybe the Nikto, apart from that I've never seen any Australian vintage figures in the UK. So those are probably the, I'd say, because I haven't got any, they're the rarest ones to get. So they are the Stormtrooper. So it's a slightly different sculpting to the regular US version or the Hong Kong version, and where you can see the eyes aren't so well painted, and the sculpting, there's a certain lack of detail, and the gun is a lot more just crude, it's simple. So that's your Argentine Stormtrooper. Strange that something, well, you know, like the two countries, the history of the Falklands, weren't nonsense, so you know. Anyway, that's your Argentine Stormtrooper. Just one look at the back again. So you've got there, that's your Top Toys, there's the logo, Top Toys, two children joined together there. It even has the Luke and Leia logo that you used to get on the 12 backs. So that's pretty neat. So this is from South America. So if you're into foreign Star Wars, something you might want to start collecting or trying to track down if you're into foreign vintage. I like modern vintage as well. I've got quite a few Italian Power of the Force 2 figures. I really like them, and a lot of the British releases of the Power of the Force figures. So they're sort of a tri-logo card as well, plus a few of the Canadian ones. But back in the 80s and late 70s, there's a lot more variety in foreign cards, because you had Australians, you had German cards, you had Italian, you had French, all that sort of stuff. I really like the French as well. So plus Palatoy. So that's your Top Toys Stormtrooper. So let's just turn him around. There's a side view, and there you are. Let's see, and there's the AFA grade. There's the gun, which is totally much more simpler sculpt than the Kenner version. Same picture though, two Stormtroopers. Okay, so the only picture variation you're going to get on the Stormtrooper card is the tri-logo version, which just has one Stormtrooper. So you know. Otherwise, all cards have those two Stormtroopers on them. From a scene from A New Hope. I showed last week, I think, a Kenner version of a 77 back Stormtrooper on a Return of the Jedi card. So if you want to check that out and see how similar and different these two cards are, and the figures as well.
Okay, here we've got the Clone Commander Doom, which is clearly based on Doctor Doom from Marvel. It's quite a nice figure. It's just your basic clone trooper in a green and grey, light grey finish with sort of very strong Doctor Doom influence. Comes with two pistols. Quite a nice figure on the Black Series card, European card. There's the back of the card. Got this at Sainsbury's. Quite a nice figure, and he looks very much like Doctor Doom, and I think he's going to be quite popular. Okay, so that's Doctor Doom, Black Series, Clone Commander Doom, and there's been quite a few reviews of this figure anyhow, so you know, but I quite like this one. They had Rex and they had Thorn as well, but this is the one I wanted, so this is the one I got. They had lots of Rexes and Thorns, but not so many of these ones. But this is a different Sainsbury's to the other one. I got the Jawa and C-3PO. They had one C-3PO there as well. A couple of Jawas. So if you want to get these figures in the UK, go to Sainsbury's, because they've got a whole load of them now. So they're worth checking out. Okay, so that's your your Clone Commander Doom. Okay, both Marvel and Star Wars are owned by Disney now, so it's an appropriate figure. Alright, cheers, bye. I also picked this up at Toys R Us for 15 quid. It was the Sand Trooper with the black pauldron. It's in a Canadian type box. New packaging, 01 Sand Trooper. Looks like it is a cool figure. I've got the one with the orange pauldron. Comes with 3 weapons, a blaster there, that big concussion weapon, and the one based on the German MG34. Looks wicked. It's based on the British Lewis machine gun. Stormtrooper looks amazing, and that's based on the Sterling submachine gun. Comes with backpack. Great figure. Nice packaging. There's the back of the box. Sand Trooper 01. Sand Trooper searched Tatooine for the R2-D2 and C-3PO who escaped from a rebel ship with the plans to the Death Star. Nice picture on the back of the box. And Disney Hasbro logo. I've got the figure here, and this is the one with the orange pauldron. A great figure. I've done a review of this figure already, but I'll just show it quickly. So that's the Sand Trooper. This is the orange pauldron version. Great figure. So you've got to get a Sand Trooper. It looks amazing. Yeah, great figure. So that's your Black Series figure there. Nice. Alright, cheers. Bye.